Alright, so here we are. We have the code running and it's aligning us. But what if we actually want to go angle down? It's not letting us. Well, let's go look at the code and see what we can do about that. So here we are, it's running and it's just doing this each time. So what if we added something to control that? We'll create a alignment, a Boolean, and default that to true because we by default want to do it. So now only do it when that's set, but now we need a way to set it and unset it. So what we can do is alright, so now we're checking the argument that's passed in. We're seeing if it's equal to toggle. This is a simplistic way of doing this, but it does work. And then we're setting the value of do alignment to not do alignment. So if it's false, it'll be true. If it's true, it'll be false. So let's compile this. And it's deployed. So now we can go to the programmable block, edit. I have tons of scripts here. Wico Script Demo. Check code. And alright, so now it's currently doing it. But if we run this, now it's turned off. Alright, so here we are. So we just made the change to be able to toggle. So what I want to do is there's still some more problems. So let me demonstrate what problems we have. I'm going to add run toggle. So now if we move up, it'll still do it. If we turn it off, now if we move up, it doesn't. We can turn it back on. But the problem is if we move up and then turn it, it doesn't stop the gyros. Even though we turn off the alignment, the gyros are still set with their overrides at whatever we happen to be at that particular time. So let me switch to the code here. See, we're just turning that off, and then it's not calling the gyros anymore at all. And the gyro code itself, so let me use the Visual C code implementation. So here's the code, and it's when it doesn't need to go, it's turning on the override. Otherwise, it's turning it off. If it doesn't need them, it turns off the override on that gyro. So it's turning it off when it's done, but it's not getting done because we told it to stop. So what we need to do is add a routine here to the gyros to turn off the override. So what this code does is it makes sure there's actually gyros has been allocated, and it goes through each gyro and turns the override to false and makes sure they're enabled so that you can use them. So I'm going to compile that, make sure it works. Succeeded. Let me go back to program. I can also go back here, and this will take me to where I came from to do the find code. So now what we want to do is if it's toggle, and if we're currently doing the alignment, we want to turn off the gyros. So if we were doing alignment, turn off the gyros, and now we're no longer doing it. So let me compile this. I'll do F6, and it succeeded. Tools, indicate, deploy. That's the way I always do it. And I'm going to copy this to clipboard. Nope, wrong one. Stop looking into the void. Alright, so here's the code. Block, edit, paste. Okay, so now that's running. So it's aligning us. We can hit the 1 to turn it off, and it does not align us. Turn it on, and it does. Now if we go up, turn it off in the mid, it actually stops where we were. So it's not going to keep us rolling. Right. Move up, turn it off, and it leaves us there. Turn it back on, and it aligns us. Turn it off, we can move where we want. Turn it on, it brings us back. Okay. Turn it off, make us face weird things. Turn it on, turn it off, it stops the alignment. So that's good. So now we have control again. All right, on to the next problem.